Well, we just spoke to one of the 100 African-American ministers who will be meeting with Donald Trump tomorrow at the Trump Tower here in New York City. His name is Pastor Mark Burns. He is a Trump supporter. Not all the other 99 are. We asked him a question based on allegations you've been hearing from Democrats, including one on this show yesterday, that these black ministers have been paid by the Trump campaign in order to endorse him. Here was his response.
Donald Trump hasn't paid or even asked his company, his administration. That is preposterous to think that we are being paid. There are no Judases, there are no Uncle Toms, there are no coons that are selling out the black race like many have stated just for some 30 pieces of silver. No, we are there because we met the man. Those of us who have met, like Dr. Dara Scott, who has led this coalition of African-American ministers and other great men and women of God across the country, those who have met him and fallen in love with the character of Donald Trump.
And Pastor Burns says this is not an endorsement for all 100 who are going to be there, but they simply want to meet with Donald Trump and hear from him. What's his take on profiling they're going to be asking? How does he plan to get people off welfare? Some concerns of the African-American community. And the pastor also says that African-Americans don't have concerns that only affect their community. They care about the community of the United States as a whole, of course.
Take a look at what happened down in Florida yesterday in Sarasota with people wrapped around 5 blocks. That was the line to get into a Donald Trump event down there at the Robarts Arena in Sarasota. You see, look at this. People are tweeting pictures all the way wrapped around the block to get in to see that man. Upwards of 12,000 individuals in that space yesterday. Donald Trump says, look, I'm leading right now in Florida, Jeb Bush's backyard.
We're leading in Florida against a sitting senator, right? Sitting senator. Thank you. Thank you. But think of this. We're leading against an ex-governor, Bush. Bush. By the way, because we have so many things to talk about, I just want to say it up front right now. Second Amendment, 100%. Remember it. Common Core, out. Common Core, out. Second Amendment, up, up, up.
And as usual, it was quite a spectacle. 12,000 people packing in there, and you saw the lines wrapping around the block. There was even an elephant there, not just for mascot purposes, but apparently there in Florida. And you knew this, for crying out loud. It was kind of strange, but that Ringling Brothers actually has a training facility there.
Yeah, that's their winter headquarters. Has been for 100 years.
So yeah, he apparently had chalk on his side that said, "Make America Great
Here's
Again."
what I find amazing. So everyone where I live in Washington believes that Trump will go away at a certain point. We are 2 months, pretty much exactly 2 months from the first voting in this contest. And Trump is not just leading in states that matter like Florida and South Carolina, but leading by a wide margin. If he's going to start losing, he needs to actually start losing. And he's not. So, I mean, you could look at a Trump nomination. I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen, obviously, but this is suddenly looking very real. And by the way, if he is the nominee, and I'm hardly endorsing him, of course, or anyone, he will get a higher percentage of the African-American and Latino vote, I would guess, than Mitt Romney got.
Romney. If you read a couple of the opinion pieces that have been written over the last week, it seems to suggest that there's a panic right now in the GOP.
What doesn't suggest, it proves there is absolutely a panic, yes.
Now they're saying, wait a second, we're heading into Iowa. This is becoming legitimate, and there's panic among the establishment ranks right now. So more on that coming up, and we're going to talk to Chris Wallace about all of that and more in just a few minutes here on the show.
That big meeting with Trump and the 100 pastors is tomorrow. 9 minutes after the hour, and some other stories making headlines. It's a Fox News alert.